Welcome back to Dang Media TV. In an undisclosed location in Chile, a task force consisting of Cindy, Sniper Facundo, and Alexis are on a hot pursuit mission to kill former Damocles assassin Michael Green. Duncan Vizsla, better known as Black Caesar, was a Damocles employee who was about to retire on his 50th birthday. With a significant contribution to the company's pension fund, he's owed more than $8 million on his retirement date. Unbeknownst to her, the owner of Damocles, Mr. Prout, sell the company and increase its value by killing its pension agent and thus get a full pension through a contract clause. Duncan lives in a remote town in Montana where he slowly develops an affair with his neighbor Camille. Haunted by the memory of his murderous past, he tries to live a normal life, but fails. After a lecture on the outdoors and a fight at the local school, he bought Camille a revolver and tried to teach her to shoot, but she seemed angry at the gun. Duncan was forced to accept the final contract of Vivian, his collaborator, and Brutus. He goes to Belarus to complete the mission and discovers that it was a plot to kill him. Back in Montana, Duncan was tracked down by Facundo's group using his accountant and several fake addresses. After stopping to help Cindy drive an apparently broken-down car, the pair returned home where they had sex. The group has Duncan trapped in the house, but he subdues them and kills everyone except Alexei, who activates Plan B, and kidnaps Camille. Duncan discovers Alexei's girlfriend Jane is addicted, and asks for help from his old friend Potter, who betrayed and drugged her. Duncan wakes up chained in Plot's mansion, and Plot himself tortures him for 3 days for killing Hilda, who was having an affair with Plot. Meanwhile, Jane keeps Camilla in a drug coma. Brutus stabbed Duncan with a thin knife and had part of the blade removed from Duncan's titanium hip joint. Plot also cut Duncan in the face and stabbed him in the left eye. During the night, Duncan loosened the handcuffs with knife chips, and in the morning he escaped from the mansion, killing several of Plot's men. He went to his old friend Jasmine, who tended to his wounds and supplied him with weapons. Duncan calls Vivian and offers to trade her for Camille, which she accepts, but on Prout's orders, she outsmarts him and sends the team with Alexei and herself. Duncan gave Vivian a chance to escape, but she refused and used the Trojan guards to kill the entire force and Alexei, leaving Vivian vulnerable to her own fate. Duncan returned to Brutus' mansion, and instead of confronting Duncan, Brutus' other followers fled. Prout waited alone for Duncan, but was beheaded. Duncan rescues Camille and returns to Montana to nurse her back to health. One morning, Duncan wakes up to find a newspaper clipping of a family murder a few years ago, which he believes is his own trick despite a lot of bad news, and has haunted him ever since. The only survivor in the family is a young girl who grew up to be Camilla. In the crossfire, he explains what happened to Camilla before apologizing and telling her to shut her mind and pull the trigger. However, she forgave him. Camilla then asked Duncan to help her find out who ordered her father's murder, and he agreed.